Hi, I'm Kat and today I'm going to be showing you a tutorial on how to make a simple Briolette necklace. This one I've chosen with lapis lazuli, and how to make a handmade clasp to go with it. I hope you enjoy it. If you've got any questions, always feel free to ask. This is the final instalment in my little mini series of video tutorials that I've done for Kernowcraft, so it's been an absolute pleasure and an honour to contribute to the wealth of information that they have on their website and on their YouTube page. So I hope you enjoy having a browse at all the other videos and walkthroughs that they've got. I hope you have fun making the necklace. It's a really easy one to personalise. I'd love to see how you make it your own. So enjoy! Tools you will need are bent nose pliers, straight nose pliers, round nose pliers and wire cutters, and some files. I like a combination of metal files and these emery style files that come in a combination of different grades. You'll need some chain. I'm using this fine cable chain, also some wire. So for the clasp, this is 1mm soft silver wire, and for wrapping the gemstones, a much finer wire, so this is 0.4mm half hard wire. You'll need a ruler, a blowtorch, soldering paste or pallions and flux if you prefer, your board to solder onto, and last but not least, your focal bead. I've got this gorgeous lapis lazuli Briolette from Kernowcraft, which is stunning, and some matching little tiny rondelles to be little details near the clasp. So let's start by wrapping the Briolette. We're going to create a loop on one side of the hole. Use your bent nose pliers to then grip that loop to finish that little wrap. And the wire cutters to snip off that tail. And straight nose pliers to tuck it in. And give that loop a little bend upwards, that direction, to the top of the Briolette, just to give it a bit of an angle so it sits better against the bead, and it will sit better when you add the chain. And then we just repeat for the other side. This side's more fiddly because you're trying to keep it as close to the bead as possible, but just take your time, there's no rush. Some beads are fiddly, quite delicate as well, so do take care, because they can be brittle. And wrap it around. And you should have a bead that looks a little something like that. Now we're going to add the little rondelle details. Now don't forget to add them to the Briolette on one side and to the chain on the other. It's really easy to forget, and I've done it many, many times. And it's starting to take shape. So next we're going to shape our wire into the clasp. You can do this freehand with pliers like I'm going to now, or if you prefer you can use a jig, whichever kind of works for your style really. So I'm just going to bend it back and forth. I'm kind of going by eye, to be honest. I've done these a few times before. You might want to use an existing clasp that you've got, or use a ruler to get the kind of size, you know, aim for the right size. But it's nice just to have a bit of fun with it, really. So I kind of go back and forth into a bit of an S shape like that. And then on the that last return, I like to do just a tiny little curve to finish it off. And you can snip it off. So that's the basis of your clasp. Now just give it a bit of a tweak. Make sure that final part is sitting nice and flush. You don't want any sharp points sticking out that might catch on clothes. And then with this size, this is going to be your open end that slides onto the receiver ring. So to make it a bit easier to use, I'll just put a slight bend in it, like that. And that's basically it. You want to file these ends to make them nice and smooth, and then we're just going to solder this part closed. I've trimmed this edge down a little bit so it's a nicer length, it's not sticking out too much, but obviously where we've cut it with our pliers, it's got quite a sharp edge, and that's going to be painful if you accidentally jab yourself with it when you put your necklace on, or just generally it's going to catch on clothes. So you want to use your files, use the different, obviously start with the coarsest file and just give it a little file around the edge, and you can just feel it. You'll know when you've got it smooth enough. And use your various grades of files to get it nice and smooth. You can use a burr. There are cut burrs that you can use to make this a bit easier and quicker, especially if you're going to be doing a few. It's worth using the cut burr on a Dremel or a similar kind of tool, power tool like that if you've got, and then you can literally, it'll be done in a couple of seconds. So, but if you're just doing one, it doesn't take that long just to do it by hand. There you go, that's it. So now we're going to solder your clasp. So it's just this little section here that we're going to be soldering and nothing else. So either use your pallium, or like I'm going to use just a tiny bit of solder paste. And then quench and pickle as normal. So to finish this necklace, we're going to take the ends of the chain, add a little detail with one of those little rondelles, and then wire wrap it to finish it off with the clasp. And here you have a finished necklace with your handmade clasp. So thanks again for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to see more of my work, you can search for me on Instagram. It's Cat Stacey Jewellery, and my website is catstaceyjewellery.com. I love making connections with people and celebrating the people and events that make our lives so unique and multifaceted, the ups and the downs. So if you want to join me on my journey as I juggle my business, motherhood, and all that life throws at us, then yeah, come and find me on social media or sign up to my newsletter. I'd love to have you along for the ride. And otherwise, just enjoy these tutorials and your own journey. Thank you.